the receiver just like you did on every play, but you see that it's a running play to your side. You break off from the receiver and you go up and look like it's just a regular hit. But I
Yeah.
watched you. Now keep in mind, Amp, when I'm telling you this, I'm telling you I watched the play live when it happened in 1999. I mean 1998. I watched it on the TV, and then I watched it again last night, and I'm thinking to myself, man, he went down kind of hard. And then you didn't move, and I'm just like, this is the worst thing because I love Michigan State and I love all the Spartans. So, and then I read an article where you said that it just felt like it was burning. Something felt like, is that what? Tell
Oh,
us what that was.
oh yeah, it felt like when the guy ended up running me off, and I just felt like the play was over with. And then again, like I said, this the game after this the game after I just told Coach Saban that this will never happen again. So a guy runs me off and ends up. I turn around in the end zone, and boom, he's right there. And then the goal line is right there. So I duck my head. When I duck my head, I end up catching him, my helmet catch him in the thigh, and it just felt like a burning sensation going down the right side of my body, and it was like it was on fire. But I remember taking my helmet off, but I couldn't really, move. And I just remember Jeff and Sally, when they ended up taking me to the sideline, they asked me what was the score at the other end of the field, and I couldn't see it. And then I went and sat down on the bench, and I just remember I didn't want to sit up. I just wanted to lay down. And then that's when they end up. I think they end up cutting my shoulder pads off me, everything off, and then put me in the ambulance, put me on the stretcher, and then taking me to the hospital.
In Oregon. So you
Correct.
you you go to Oregon. They tell you you have a broken sixth and seventh vertebrae in your spine.
Correct.
The first thing you think of as soon as they say that, what is what?
The first thing I think of was I said to myself, okay, I just get a neck brace. I'll be out 4 to 6 weeks, and I'll come back and be ready to go um, towards the end of the season. And they told me, no, it's not going to be that easy. We wish it would be that easy, but it's not going to be that easy. They told me we got to do surgery, and it was like, well, you most likely you won't be able to play football again. And I just broke down and started crying.
Now at this point, okay, so you at some point after that they told you, Amp, you're not gonna play football anymore, and you say, damn that, I am gonna play football again.
I at that time, I really wasn't thinking about it. I was just thinking about the surgery. So I never ever had surgery before in my life, and was nervous how this is going, how's this outcome going to come out. Uh, am I going to be paralyzed, from this surgery? That was a huge factor, playing into it, and I was just nervous. I was just nervous, but I also was upset because I worked so hard my entire life to get to where I was at the time, and for that one play that just take away everything that I worked so hard for, it was devastating. But I just said to myself, I just prayed and prayed and prayed. If things work out for me, as long as I'm not paralyzed, I'm happy. I'll be happy, and I just go on and live a normal life. And
So one of the doctors you talked to said you're gonna play football. You it might be possible for you to play football again as long as you put work in. Did you share that with your family at some point?
no, what I did was, it's kind of ironic. What I did was, during that year when everything was, it was kind of a, I think we had finished up 6-6, I think, that year in '98. Um, when I went to Coach Saban, I asked, "Can I get a 6 year?" You know, he told me the process that that it was going to be. So I ended up flying out to New York with my head trainer Jeff Monroe, and I saw a doctor that did Ike Hilliard's um, vertebrae when he broke his, and so we took X-rays and did everything, and then he ended up telling me that the doctor did a great job on my surgery, and the great thing about it was he cleared me that to come back, I can come back and play. He said your rehab, you've done an amazing job. The bone has healed because it took a piece of bone from my hip to put it in between C6 and C7. And once he told me that, I mean, I hit the ground running hard, as in doing extra, um, and lifting. So I couldn't do anything, lift or do anything at that time. Um, and once I got cleared, I hit the ground running.
Was your folks for or against that?
Oh yeah, they was for it. One of the things they said to me, whatever you decide to do, uh, we're gonna support you 100%. And they was behind me. Mom and dad both was behind me.
I don't know if you remember this or not, but now we're going to fast forward to the 1999 season opener. Only 3 times in the history of Michigan State at that point had they played night games, and none in my life. This was the biggest football game as a Spartan fan I've ever seen. I've never seen anything as exciting. And then they say, I think it was like the week leading up to that, the local guy, Tim Stout on sports, says, Amp Campbell will be in uniform for this game. And I'm like, man, that's kind of exciting to see him get in a uniform. So it's 7-7 in the first quarter, and I really got to be honest with you, I don't remember seeing you on the field prior to this. But it's 7-7 in the first quarter. They line up for a Villegas. Their kicker lines up for a chippy. It's nothing. It's probably like a 37-yarder. Any college kicker can hit. And he pulled it left. And do you remember why?
I got pressure.
You came off the edge so fast. I thought you were offsides. I never seen anything like it before. You came straight off the edge and laid out, and he pulled it left. So not only is Amp Campbell in uniform, but he's playing in the game. He's affected the game because they're missing field goals. So it's 7-7. They go ahead, they go up, and at one point they're driving. The score's tied at 17. They're driving, and they're in the red zone. And I kept rewinding the video of trying to see who was the left end for Michigan State at the time, and I cannot see who it is on the tape. But he comes off so fast off the same corner where you just did on the kick and blows up their running back, and he just fumbles.
Julian Peterson.
That's who it was. Julian Peterson hit him so hard. The guy just laid there, but the ball fell out, and it bounced right in your hands. And number 3 ran this ball back 85 yards for a touchdown that ends up winning the game for Michigan State. And a lot of people are not going to really know this unless they're a sick diehard fan like myself. Michigan State was not off to a great. They were not picked to be champs or anything in 1999. 6-6 year the year before. It's kind of we're just used to this. It spurred a 10-2 and a Gator Bowl win on top of that. So it was like this play. You could draw. Some people are going to say I'm out of my mind, but between that field goal missed and that fumble recovery for a touchdown changed especially if you remember what the score was the year before in Oregon. Do you remember what the final score was?
I don't remember. I know it was bad.
I think it was 48-14 final.
Yeah,
and it was just Michigan State got pushed around so bad, and for them to get that win right there, it like sparked something in that team, and it was just exciting. So to have you come all the way and put that work in, that see, a fan like me isn't going to see all the work you did, but trust me when I tell you that there's a lot of people who appreciated everything you did when you was there. So I don't think they get a chance to tell you like I am now. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you thank you for all that work.
Greatly appreciate it.
So, okay, so you're going into this, and probably you get the 6th year. You come back, Michigan State. Like I said, they have a great year, a really good year. Because I talked with another. You know Nick Myers?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Him and I actually had a conversation about the plane ride back from the Gator Bowl when he was just telling me about this. And I love, because I never got to be part of that. I love Michigan State like it was a child. That's how much I love Michigan State. But that you guys lived the dream there, and Nick is telling me all about this stuff. Tell me about as soon as your career is over at Michigan State, what do you do?
I ended up. I signed a free agent deal with the New Orleans Saints, and once I got released from the Saints, I ended up coming back to East Lansing, and they created a job for me with the football program, player development, coordinator football player development. So I did that for 2 years there at Michigan State, and then I left there and ended up moving to Ohio, and I started coaching at a NAIA school called Urbana University, which is Division II now. So I was there for a couple years as well.
Do you really like the coaching aspect of it?
Oh yeah, I love it, love it, love it, love it. That's why I wanted to get into coaching, because once I did my time there at Michigan State, I wanted to get into coaching stuff. I wanted to get into coaching where I can have impact on kids' lives, as the coaches at Michigan State had on my life.
Hey, I'm gonna get you out on this question. Now, number 3 for Michigan State, Amp Campbell versus number 2, Herb Haygood, in a foot race from Sarasota. Who wins it, Amp? Tell me, because wait, before you tell me, I want to tell you, Herb told me that not only was he electric fast, but he'd run me down anytime, anywhere. And I saw you run that playback against Oregon, and I saw how you were so far ahead of everyone. You were just faster than anybody. So number 3 versus number 2 in a 50 or 100-yard dash, who wins the race?
Oh, Am Campbell all day. Hey, Herb has never beat me in anything.
Not anything. Hey, listen, Amp, I appreciate you taking the time for this. I'll get you that website so that you know where it'll be at, and I'll get you that information. But thanks a lot for doing this, and I appreciate. Listen, again, I'm glad everything is good, better with you with your health and everything. But really, for all that you did at Michigan State, thank you for real. Thanks.
I greatly appreciate it.
All right, thanks for coming on, Amp. Go Green.
All right, go Green.
All right, bye.